We're all here, everybody. We're all here.
I'm used to seeing that TV.
You want me to roll? You want me to give it?
No, I don't
make
want
you
to get up at all.
Yeah, we can just be in the moment.
You're in a rush right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to move it.
I need you to settle down and get in your.
Thank you, buddy.
In your zone.
Well, I'll tell you something, Beaver. The first thing was I had to take a piss, and for some reason, at my age, it takes me longer to take a piss than it does to take a shit now.
Well, see, I gotta always worry about when it's this cold and I'm pissing. You think you're done, but you're not.
Yeah.
You gotta hesitate.
Man, you got to give it a good shake. You got to get it from the deep loins.
Yeah, because there's always a little trickle left.
Yeah. And that one,
it's more than a trickle.
I hate it.
It'll make your pants look bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sometimes I will dump a whole cock's worth of piss into my leg. You know what I mean? It feels like it's just staying. It's like the pee hole's just holding it in, and it just goes.
When you relax, when you sit down and relax.
As soon as I just relax, my cock goes and lets a whole cock's worth out.
He's laughing at you. He's like, you thought you were done.
Yeah. I hate it, man. It really is challenging. I have an appointment in February about it. Yeah.
You got to take like photo evidence.
No, they know it. It happens to everybody. Well, it happens to like a lot of us, like a lot of men. After a certain age, you stop. That's what I learned. You stop producing testosterone, so then you produce estrogen instead, and then your body's like, fuck this. I don't want to be estrogen. I want to be a lady, grow tits and stuff. So then it gives you this super testosterone that you have only when you're in puberty, and it's called something else. Like, and then and then this, what it does, the super testosterone is it makes because you need it when you're in puberty. It makes your prostate, because you didn't have one when you're a little boy. And then when you go through puberty, you make one with the super thing. So now you're old and this thing's kicking in, this puberty thing. And now you're just making a big, huge prostate, right? And then that just cuts everything off.
I think we should just go on the juice. Cut out the fucking super testosterone.
Like go on what juice?
Steroids.
Like HGH?
Yeah. Just so we have the same amount of testosterone we had when we were 25.
Be like Liver King, get all jacked up.
Yeah. Well, I think can't you just get like testosterone replacement, and then you just keep going, so you don't produce that other thing.
I thought that's for.
But you could also eat right.
I suppose you could, but I mean, I'd rather just get.
I thought that was for fags though, like that.
What, eating right and exercise?
No, like the testosterone kick.
Oh, I don't know. I think like people that are just vain. You mean, or like something
like Rogan takes it.
Like I think it's for, I don't know. It's like guys that want to like ripped when they're old, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. If they told me eat more tomatoes and you'd have more testosterone, I'd be eating a lot more tomatoes. That's fair. Because in my opinion, testosterone, it's what I should have lots of.
Take some horny goat weed,
right?
I just can't see myself when you see somebody that's jacked, they have zero mobility. They can't swing a golf club. They can't do the shit you want to do when you're older.
But if you could get enough that just made you like you're 25 without being jacked, you'd take it.
Yeah, it's not about, steroids isn't about getting big. It's about recovering fast.
Right.
So it's like as you get older, like anytime you work out, you're sore for a lot longer, right?
Yeah.
So you take a little of that shit, then you're not sore as long.
I just wouldn't want to lose my penis.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
I thought in steroids you lose your dick gets smaller.
Nope.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I'm not taking steroids either. But what I am going to take is I'll take like if they have an herbal thing, like something that's like a magic pill for your prostate or something like that, I'll take that thing. Why not?
What if they gave you a pill so your shoulders didn't get sore when you're cranking on it for too long?
Oh, I'm going to someone about that in March.
All right.
Yeah.
Get rid of the arthritis in his right shoulder.
Yeah,
switch to your left.
Yeah. That's actually true.
Don't pull so hard.
Yeah, my shoulders are fucked from sleeping. Like, that's the thing. My sleeping hurts me.
Yeah.
Oh, you sleep on your side?
Yeah. Well, I sleep on my front, my back, my side, my other side.
Oh, you're always moving, so that's when you're hurting yourself.
Why? What are you supposed to do?
Just lay still.
Settle.
Lay still?
Me to be in a coffin like Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't sleep very deeply.
No, me neither.
No, I am a light sleeper. Well, we have business to take care of, fellas. And, we're going to have one song that's going to be soon, that's going to be in your head that will hopefully wash out.
Hopefully.
In Canada.
The water's very clean.
No, hit the good one.
Of Live from the Dutch Hall and two-time President's Club Award winner,
Pete Van Dyke.
Hey, thank you, everybody, and welcome to the show. We're going to have a great one tonight. We're doing it on a rare Sunday night because schedules can get fucked up around Christmas time. That's what happens to us all. I think we have this one and 3 more to do, and that's the end of Season 9.
Right on.
And then we are into big Season 10.
Big 1-0.
Oh, excuse me, Lori. But we wanted to talk tonight. I thought we're going to do a little bit of talking about Season 10 if we get around to it, So who better to bring in than the all-stars of Season 9? We're going to talk about we're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. Let me introduce the boys to you first. First of all, to my right, it's the guy that just announced me wonderfully, I might add. He's also working the board tonight in place of Johnny Renton, who is, I think, deceased.
Oh, my God.
No.
He's not Dash 1 then.
Well, I don't know. He gave me a no good excuse.
No.
So he gets RIP until, well, I shouldn't say that. Johnny he did give me a message.
Yeah.
Said he's going to try.
Didn't try very hard.
So, anyways, Johnny's not here. Kevin's doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Van Dungeon.
Donger.
Yeah. That's lots.
It's tough to be bad
Look,
at
a little
Johnny.
spider. I'm going to kill that too.
Oh, yeah.
That would freak my daughter out, that little thing.
He's albino.
Yeah, you can barely see it. Uh-oh. Well, anyways, it's free.
He was.
I missed it. No, it lived.
Oh.
It escaped death. And to my left, ladies and gentlemen, he's back again.
Mm-hmm.
On fire. You can see smoke coming off him, ladies and gentlemen. That's Derek, the Beaver, Van Houten.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek, I put that insulation behind you there. You notice that?
I really like it.
Yeah, it's there's no breeze
Draft,
for it.
The draft is not there. I love it.
Yeah, I thought of that yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to take a nice piece of insulation, put that right there. Oh, my goodness. Is it ever nice? First of all, I put on the poster, so we have to talk about it. Let's do it so we get it out of the way. Derek sent me a message the other day, called me, said there's a time traveler, traveled through time, and he knows who's going to win the World Cup. Sent photo evidence.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Three weeks in they're 3 weeks ahead. This
Really?
person came back.
That's how far he traveled? 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
And he got pictures of Brazil beating France in the final.
Ooh.
2-1?
2-1.
2-1. His celebrations all over the place.
Took a video. Took a picture of his TV, of him watching his TV, and of the final clip. Where they.
Yep.
Where
Should've
the
made a
commentators.
bet.
Yeah, but you don't know. I don't. I want him to lose though.
No, he should have made a bet and shut his mouth.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah. That is what he would do. But this one, if he gets right, it's like it's kind of the odds on, like favorite of what would happen.
But you know what my prediction is?
What?
By him traveling back, he fucked up the whole, like any time traveling movie.
Oh yeah.
They talk about when you move in time, you fuck up the course of action.
Yeah, Brazil and France might be too confident now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word got out. Yeah, exactly. And he wasn't like tight-lipped about it either. He came back and started shooting his mouth off.
On social media.
Well, then of course you fucked it up. Yeah, the time's different now.
Yep.
You changed it, you motherfucker, right?
Yeah, if I'm Brazil and France, I'm pissed off right now, actually.
Yeah, now they're going to go in there thinking they're going to win or thinking they're going to make the finals, but really, we almost got our meat tray.
Oh, I've seen her.
Yeah, but no. Jane, you can just, if you want to give it. Oh, no, not there, not there. We're going to eat it all. Can you put it on the thing over there?
We're going to eat it all. You're right. We are going to eat it all.
Yeah. It's just torture for us to make the audience hear us chew.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got a question for you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
If you had, let's call it 2 chances to go back in time, would you not go back way in time, or would you go back just a little in time?
Which era would I go back to?
Yeah.
Well, what's nice is that we're white, so it's always going to be good.
But you got to live it all over again. You got to live it all over again.
You got to live what? Everything they got left. So let's say I'm like almost 50 now. So let's say I got 40 years left, right? Mm-hmm. So if I went to this time, I'd have to live 40 more years to bring
that time,
like from that time, to whatever time.
19. I'd hit 19.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, like are you going to your age? Oh, what age in our life?
Yeah.
Oh, so I get to be that age too. I'm not going to be 50. I'm going to be like
right. You're going back in time. So you're
but I'm not me going back in time to see an 18-year-old Pete or something. I am going to become the 18-year-old Pete. Like I'm going to actually be the young person.
Does he get today's knowledge, or does he go back not knowing?
See, and I didn't think of that. You're right, though. There's 2 scenarios there.
Yeah, one is does this version of me, what time do I want to go back to? And what age and time, like would I like to go, like revert back to, and then I got to live my life again.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was thinking like eras, like can I go back and punch a T-Rex in the nuts? Like just to see if you could get away with it. But I like this idea better.
Yeah, and then but then you'd have to live the rest of your life
running from T-Rexes.
Yeah, and they're gonna talk.
And raptors.
And you're probably gonna get fucked up by that same thing that fucked them up.
Pretty soft as it is, so I don't think I'm outrunning.
Yeah, so no, I wouldn't go that far back.
You're not gonna be Robin Williams on Jumanji.
No.
But for time that I'd want to go back to,
I think you're more right though with this time traveling thing, Pete. Like. You'd stay the same age. You just go back to that time, which I wouldn't want to go back to when I was 19 at this age.
Unless you know what you know.
Do you know what? My wife. Oh, sorry, Kevin, did I interrupt you?
No.
But my wife, she's really fascinated with old people. Like she's an eye doctor, right? So then when old people come in, she just loves the ones that are in a good shape and stuff. For they're like in their 90s and they still have a good quality of life and stuff. She's always asking tons of questions and trying to figure them out, like what the secret is, you know? And, oh, for fuck's sakes, Pete. And she says, what does she say? I totally went blank on this one. Oh, she says that what were you saying, Beef? Because I'm going blank right now.
I was talking about I would go back to 19.
Oh, yes, I remember now.
Yeah.
She says to a lot of these old people, what's the best time of your life?
Oh, and what do they say?
The 60s. Their 60s. They all want to go back to their 60s.
Well, because I think, and I would agree with that partially because I think their responsibilities in life are slowly ending.
Yeah. They're done. Yeah, they say they can just live. They don't have to work. They're still in good enough physical shape that they can enjoy their time off. You know, like they
wake up and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they said that is the sweet spot in life is your 60s, because any other age you got to work all the time.
Yeah,
and you're like kind of trying to build stuff, and at this point you're just kind of like coasting. You know, like it's sweet, and you can still enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know, 60s. So don't. I'm pretty excited about my 50s actually. 30s and 40s are the hardest by far. The hardest, because you got to work the hardest.
And you're thinking the most, you're trying to create what's not there.
Yeah, you're just trying to build something out of nothing. Yeah, you're trying to get somewhere. And it seems impossible, too, because especially when you're right around 30.
Yeah, you're stuck in that moment.
Because you feel like, oh, fuck, I'm almost 30, and I don't really have fuck all yet. And then and then it starts to kind of come together somehow.
Yeah.
I think because you have to.
Right.
And kids, they can make you tired all the time.
Yeah, and then you're just and then you're just never sleeping, and you're just
see, for me,
go on that run of 20 years of that, and then
see, I waited to have my kids, so Like for me,
How old were you when you had your first one? Or when you had your kid?
I was 33.
33.
I was about the same age.
Oh, okay.
I was 29.
35?
Oh, well then we're around. I feel like he's keeping me young.
That's
Yeah.
really
Like
good.
he's keeping me on my toes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like having, like, I see that too. And I know Jane has a cousin that they had kind of a surprise kid later in life. And they said that, like, it really made him young.
I did it with my dad.
Yeah, right?
50.
Oh
50
shit!
when he had a kid, and when he had Kev.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I know. My dad was 22 when he had me, and Kev's dad was 50 when he had him. So, like, when I'd go over to Kev's house when we were kids, it was, like, not the same sort of parenting. It was very different.
Yeah,
A 22-year-old versus a 50-year-old raising it. Like, well, let's just say 10 years later when we were 10 years old, because that's about the time. So my dad would have been, like, 32, and your dad was, like, 60, right? And then, and like, he was like, Kevin broke a window, and his dad was cool, you know?
Where's your dad? Your dad would be like,
oh, man, I don't know what would be coming around the corner if I did that in
Right.
my place, you know? Like, it would just, you don't know. Like, a young man doesn't have as much chill in him, you know?
right.
As an older guy does. Yeah, I even know that now. Like, I mean, if I don't get riled up like I did when I was young, holy mackerel. It'd take me a lot to get pretty fired up like I did when I was young.
Yeah, now it's just shit happens, right?
Yeah, what are you going to do? You don't want to get in all that fucking... I'm going to have to, fight you or something? Like, oh,
Yeah, it's not
God.
happening.
I don't really want to do that. I will if I have to, but I don't want to. Kind of think about it sometimes, though. Do you ever think of, like, oh, I could crack that guy, just give him a swat?
I wish I knew how to do a spinning heel kick. I think it'd be fun to just randomly do that to somebody.
Dan Brannon's going to a boxing gym now.
Is he?
Yeah. That's how he's exercising. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
Going there. But do you have to crack skulls eventually?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've always been more of a grappler. I think I would do well with, like, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But I don't like touching men.
No.
I got a real problem.
Too stubborn to tap, do you think, too?
What?
You think you're too stubborn to tap?
I know I'd tap. I have no problem.
You know what I realized?
Especially if a guy's better than me. I'm trying to get as good as him. I can accept that the guy's better than me and tap.
Twisting your arm off.
I'm not going to be prideful. My brother, though, would let the guy break his arm. And he never, like, I watched my brother and my brother-in-law, so, like, Ryan Vanbush and my brother.
Yeah.
At a family get-together, they arm wrestled. And Paul wasn't going to lose to Ryan no matter what. And Ryan's a fucking trained athlete that is, like, in great shape. Even now, this long after he's been out of the game, he's in probably better shape than when he played. Like,
So how did this go? Did you videotape it?
No, it was in Jeff's shop.
Damn it.
And it was unbelievable. The table was, like, shaking, and neither one are given an inch. And Paul, I think they eventually called it a stalemate.
Really?
Is way it went. Like, I think it was. This is the controversy. I'll tell you how the controversy went down. And I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the way I remember it is they're getting nowhere. Paul says, we're going to have to call this a stalemate. And then thought Ryan agreed, stopped trying, and then Ryan slams his hand down and says he wins. Mm-hmm. You know? I think it was something like that.
Oh, I bet you Paul didn't like that.
Yeah, and he says, bullshit, you won. And we called it like a draw, and I stopped, and that's why you won. I'd never, you know. But the fact of the matter is, neither one of those guys could move their arm for like a week. Paul's got to go to work, and
That's a big deal for him.
Yeah, well, no one wants to not use your arm for a week, you know. They're just like really, they're both so stubborn that they didn't want to lose to the other one, that they were willing to like hurt their arm for a week, you know. And it's just not worth it for me.
No,
but I don't know, certain prideful situations where you just don't want to lose to a guy. I know I could probably do similar things. Because I'm thinking of a couple people. If that fucker wanted to arm wrestle me, I would never lose to him. I would never lose to him.
But Pete, you know what I noticed is they got this thing on Barstools does Rough and Rowdy, like where they take like average Joes and put them in a ring.
Yeah.
And they box.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they're looking for a certain scenario that would make it hilarious.
Right.
But I learned in a hurry that, like, when we watch UFC, we critique it, and he should have did this, should have did that, blah blah blah. You know,
yeah.
I see a hockey or fight in hockey, you're like, oh, he should have did this, should have did that. What we don't realize is we would fucking suck in a fight. Yeah. Like you wouldn't want to videotape me fighting somebody.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what it would look like if I fought somebody. It would be ugly.
I'll tell you right now. I know what the one and only time I got aggressive with somebody. I was in Nashville. You know what happened, Pete?
No, I don't. I don't remember.
I punched Buddy in the throat.
Where?
You don't remember that?
What bar?
We were walking from one bar to the next, and this one guy wouldn't leave us alone. He wouldn't leave Bryce alone.
Oh, I don't remember.
Bosey's brother-in-law, and I chopped him in the throat.
I love it.
And then Bosey's other brother-in-law, Alex, the monster,
Oh, yeah.
went in
Big
and
Dutch.
picked him up and escorted Buddy. Like, Big Dutch, I would watch in a fight. He looks like he could fucking
Was that by the
crush.
sausage things?
I don't know.
Was it late in the evening?
It was really. Oh yeah. It was by a street meat guy.
Yeah, that's where I lost my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, and I throat chopped Buddy.
Yeah, that would be sketchy. That understands why my memory of it would be very sketchy.
But like, if somebody watched that from a third party scenario, they'd probably laugh.
Oh my God,
How bad it looked.
Everything would have looked horrible.
Yeah.
I remember having a video from Nashville of me and Mike talking to a street performer, and we're taping it. And we're both so wasted, you can't understand what we're saying or anything. Like, it's so embarrassing. I couldn't use the footage, right? Because I was like, what is this? It's just like babble. Like, it makes perfect sense at the time, though. You think you're having a great time.
Yeah.
But if someone's just watching, like they come in like from church or something and then watch what you're going on, they'd be like, these people are out of their minds. Like, they have the devil in them, you know? It's fun, though, when you're drunk like that. I don't know why. Speaking of which, may I have another beer, please?
Yeah, because in the moment, you're loving it. Here, I got her.
Oh, you're going to
do the tour around.
Oh, okay. You know what? It gives the audience a chance to see across the camera.
Oh.
Watch this, everybody. Look, that's Beaver's body. Yeah, for those of you watching. You know, since I've been putting out the videos, we have been getting a lot more exposure. Like, a lot more
Thanks.
people are getting
What about
their
Beaver?
eyes on us.
What about Beaver?
This looks like I'm whacking off just trying to open this thing. Anyways, I got a lady. I was at a family Christmas thing today, and Jane's cousin told me that his wife doesn't like our show.
Oh no.
Yeah, she says it's inappropriate talk.
Oh dear.
And
Who doesn't like our show?
Jane's cousin's wife.
So it's not a direct relation; it's a relation through blood.
It's not in relation to me. It's a relation to my wife. Like, it's
No, I know, but still, it's still not directly to Jane. It's through.
No, it's her cousin.
Cousins.
Oh, that her cousin likes our show.
Yeah,
Jane's cousin likes her show, and his wife does not. You know what I mean? Because he listens to it, and then she's like, "What is this shit? What are they saying? This is inappropriate," you know? And he's like, "It's not for you.
Oh,
It's
No.
for me."
What are we supposed to do?
And it's
Fucking quote the fucking Bible? Like,
that might be inappropriate too.
Jesus.
Well, we have to accept that
I
our show isn't for everyone.
I
have a lot of people say, "I try listening to your show a couple times in my car with the kids."
Well,
But you keep saying cunt and stuff.
You got to run the volume over there. That's all.
Well, and whenever I'm here, I say the word fuck a lot.
Oh, you said fag today too.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other F word.
I don't even know if you have to bleep that anymore.
Fag's a cigarette, so
Or were you talking about it as a cigarette?
maybe.
Yeah, I thought that was a cigarette that you took or HGH.
For people that smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a funny expression though. When I went to school in England and someone first came up to me and asked if they could bum a fag off me, I was like, "You be you, dude." Like, you know, like
No judgment, do you?
I don't know why you're asking a stranger for permission, but
Well, he wanted to borrow your bum a fag. I'm kidding.
borrow bum.
You said bum a fag. Wanted to bum a fag off you.
Yeah, you're calling my bum a fag.
Yeah.
Because borrow is bum.
Yeah.
And so you're calling my bum is no fag, Beaver. Oh, I should stop saying that word. This is going to be the name of this episode, just FAG.
Say
No,
fag.
bum a fag.
Isn't there a bearing company? FAG bearing?
Yeah, in Stratford, it's FAG bearings. And you'd pass this big factory, it just said FAG on the side of it all the time. And there's a bunch of jokes about it.
Yeah.
Something about, do you remember any of them?
It's just low hanging fruit.
But it was, I think it was even on some of their trucks, you know, like
Is it acronyms for like last names, first
Probably.
letters of last names?
it's like German for something. Farfignugen, Ukenfurken.
German.
Or that's not German, that's Swedish, eh?
Farfignugen.
Sounds like Sweden.
I think
Farfignugen is German, but Erken, Birken, Verken.
I had that
Dirka, Dirka,
stupid
Dirk.
sticker on my Volkswagen.
That's Swedish.
Rabbit. Fucking grooving or whatever.
I own 2 Volkswagens now, 2 German cars, and I'm really ashamed.
Why?
Well, because of what they did to my grandpa.
Oh,
That's why.
good cars though.
I know they do make good cars. I like them. But, yeah, it was... that feels good. I had a family Christmas today, our first one.
So, anyways, back to this. She
didn't like
doesn't.
it.
She doesn't like her. What
She
we
doesn't like
talked.
us because we're inappropriate. We're guy talking too much. Isn't it how people should talk? I'm like, well, this is how people do talk. It's
In
like
Canada.
in Canada.
Like
We are so very mean
in
sometimes.
Canada. What about like? What if we watch an Oprah podcast and it was too much girl talk?
Yeah, that's what I feel all the time. I feel like I want to vomit on the TV because it's so stupid.
But you hold it inside. You hold it inside. You let
You
them.
get a car.
Yeah, my wife and I have like polar opposite like tastes in entertainment, you know? Like she likes movies that I find offensive in every way. But they're like Hallmark movies or Christian movies or whatever, wherever a woman can fall in love with a man because of she changed him to be a better person.
Yeah, that's my wife too.
Yeah.
Every single one is PVR'd on her satellite.
She loves it, man, and I can't stand him. Like I can tell you the whole movie at the very first scene.
Yeah,
You know,
and they're all actors that have failed miserably, and
Yeah.
got picked in Hollywood, and then they got picked up for the Hallmark.
When she watches a romantic movie, I always ask her at the beginning, is this a nudity one or a not nudity one? And when she says not nudity, then I'm like, I'm out.
Let's go watch wrestling.
I'm going to go watch wrestling. Yeah, I don't want to watch this without nudity. Now, if you throw in some titties in the middle of it, make it like Mrs., Chatterley's Lover or something like that, Lady Chatterley's Lover,
Or if they go, or if
Devil
you
and
see,
Miss Jones.
or even if a character goes braless, you can get a little curiosity going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be full-fledged nudity.
No, we just want to. We want the curiosity.
But I much prefer like a romance in the form of a softcore porn with fake humping in it.
Yeah. I don't like the movies where girls wear bras to bed, that's for sure.
No, I want to see nudity, but they're obviously banging the girl's like belly button, or they're like
They're really like hitting the hip.
they're naughty, and I haven't come close to where the hole is. Like that's not.
It's where you thought it was when you were.
You ever watch that softcore porn where they're having sex, and you're like, this is not how people have
right.
sex.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's just pretending sex,
What I wonder is though, is for those actors, say they're fake like a sex scene in a movie,
Yeah.
right? And they obviously got those little patches they got to cover their penis with,
Sure.
right? And then the broad's got their little blockade
Cork.
Yeah, cork. Yeah, kind of like a female jock strap,
Yeah.
And like if the dude didn't get a hard on, do you think the broad would be
upset?
or would
No.
she be, or if he did, would she be upset because he did?
This is how I think it would go down. I think if he didn't, she would say, "What a pro." Eh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree. Yeah,
He
know-
just got stage fright.
If he can hold off and then finally succumb to a boner,
Right.
right? She's gonna be flattered, right? Flattered. If he comes out of the gate rock hard and he's like leaking all over through the set, through the thing, this is a creep. This is a guy that's a little bit too eager. It's a little too creepy. So that's how I think it's going down. But this is my opinion.
would he probably rub one out beforehand just to make sure?
Oh, well, it depends what kind of a professional he is. I would say in my case, if I was the actor, of course I would. As a gentleman.
As a gentleman.
Yeah, I want my penis to be very tired in that situation.
And then Pete's lucky he'd go out there just cock stiff.
Like, God damn it, where did you get all this energy from all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I need you tonight.
No stage fright for you.
Yeah, no one my penis. He's so unreliable now. He really is. Just not to be trusted.
Next thing you know, he's got 10 gears in him. Fucking when you go to do a movie.
Yeah. Got the teenage spunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the old cockaroo. It is funny, how that guy goes with you. We've been through so much together. Eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when he was young, and he was like so nice.
So
and now he's just an old, like stretched out,
grumpy bastard.
grumpy, hanging there, causing problems.
Yeah.
Just heavy. Just heavy. Yeah. Remember days I used to hang wet towels on it? You know? Yep. Wake up in the morning, just hang some wet towels on it, show your wife how strong your boner is.
You're up first.
You ever do that? You're just lifting them up. Just even you're not your hands on your side and you're just lifting the towels with your cock because you can like move your boner up and down.
Now they just
ever do
slide
that?
off.
And then now, goddamn, I can't hold a towel.
Can't hang a fucking J cloth off it.
This is I might have told this joke on the show before, but this is a joke my friend told me. Guy goes to a doctor, and he goes, "Doc, I got a problem." You know, he goes, when I was a young man in my 20s, I'd be with a lot of ladies, and I'd always get good and hard, nice and hard, and you couldn't bend it. You couldn't bend it. I'm going to say this like an old Italian because this guy's Italian. And then he goes, then I was in my 30s, I was still getting hard all the time. You can bend it a little bit. You can bend it a little bit, And he goes, no, I'm in my 40s, Doc. And, I get hard, but you can bend it. So I got to ask you this question, Doc. Am I getting stronger? It's a curve. I don't know how to tell it without the Italian because that's how I heard it.
It even has a little bit of Portuguese.
Yeah, you got a little bended.
Yeah, you can't say it without doing that.
Yeah, that's how the guy talked.
Once it's in your head that way.
Yeah, that's how you hear it, and then you can't get it out of your head.
I'm just going to fuck you guys up for a second.
Okay, go.
In Canada.
In Canada.
That's all I had to say.
BJ, she's in your head. This is I don't know if you guys know this, but we should probably do it'll lead out of our segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback. It's motherfucking feedback.
Welcome to feedback. We got feedback. +1, Cav, +1. This week's segment is brought to you by our friends at Patreon. If you want to support our show, go to patreon.com/Dutch Hall, and you can become Dutch Hall royalty, just like our Queen Jen Husko. And I got to tell you, we don't feel we're doing enough for Patreon. That's why we only have one. So we decided to record extra Patreon footage for our Patreon subscribers. And today, right before the show, we showed a video to Kevin and Beaver. I showed a video to Kevin and Beaver of a great Canadian artist by the name of BJ Snowden. Mm-hmm. BJ Snowden. She's an independent artist from Canada. And we played her song called In Canada for the gentleman. None of you guys have seen that before, have you?
No.
You weren't
never.
BJ Snowden fans before today?
Can't say.
But you're a BJ Snowden fan now.
Oh, yeah. That song is stuck with me forever now.
Yeah, it's great. It's great how I shouldn't call it bad, because this was a recommendation from someone. And this person that's coming, this person is a friend of my daughter's. He comes into my house to visit my daughter, and lives in the neighborhood here. And his algorithm is way different than mine. Way different. Like, this kid doesn't sleep, I guess, and he's just up watching weird shit on the internet, the weirdest stuff he can find.
Well, I don't know how he found this.
So he's into this thing called outsider music.
Well, it's outside.
Outsider music. It's outside of the norms, And that's how he came across BJ Snowden. He's recommended a number of different things to me, and so I can get into a lot of them. Some of them are kind of out there, but this BJ Snowden, She's really a dynamo.
Oh my God.
What she did was she really broke all the odds to make a great hit like in Canada.
She's got like David Lee Roth like stage presence.
Yeah, she did it all with very little budget.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh, I
You can't
believe
tell.
it.
You can't tell.
She had a very little wardrobe sponsorship, I'm going to
This is
say.
fair, yeah.
There was like not a lot of help with the songwriting, I'm going to guess.
Hell of an editor, though.
Hell of an editor. Oh, God.
Oh, great editor, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't deny that. And she also, what she can do better than any Canadian that I've ever met in my life is shoehorn lyrics.
Yeah.
She can shoehorn a lyric like no one I've ever seen before. BJ Snowden, do yourself a treat. Go out and watch in Canada. And if you'd like to see our reaction video to it, become a supporter at patreon.com/Dutch Hall.
It's worth it.
It is worth it. And if you want to give us a piece of feedback, go to the DutchHall@gmail.com and tell us what you think of the show, or send us in a clip of something you think we might find interesting. We'll pass it by the fellas. And
We can react to that too.
yeah. And you can also go to Instagram or Facebook and all that stuff and just DM us and we will get back to you. We're the Dutch Hall or Dutch Hall, whatever. Just fucking put in Dutch Hall. Just give us money.
Can't leave it all to clean flow.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget Clean Flow. Ladies and gentlemen, this show would be nothing without our good friends at Clean Flow. If you'd like to check out their great products, go to cleanflow.com. That's KLEENFLO.com. If you want to bust a nut, put some goo on it.
Exactly.
Clean Flow. If you think that is something dirty, that's on you, not on us.
Yeah,
We're literally talking about busting a nut, not coming all over the place. That's our Clean Flow ad. Coming all over the place. It ends with coming all over the place. I added that, Beef.
I like it.
At the end, I go, it's not about coming all over the place. It's if you want to bust a nut, put some goo on it. Honey goo by Clean Flow. It's not about cum. It's just a button on it. It's just a button on it,
Yeah,
you know?
Bust a nut or we will for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then disclaimer, this ad has not been about semen in any way, or jizz, or cum, or splooge.
Baby gravy.
It has not been about, like, what do they call it? Like, man chowder?
Man chowder.
Man chowder. I found a scallop in it. what was that? Yeah. That's been a while. I cleaned the pipes out and started
Yeah.
growing scallops in it.
Yep. Mollusks.
Yeah, I never knew what that was. I was like, when is that? You ever get a nugget in it? You're like, when the fuck is this? It's stuck to my finger. I can't get it off. It's just like, it's one of those things you keep. No, never.
Hey,
I always wonder what they thought, though, of our slogan of them.
Who, Clean Flow?
Yeah.
You know,
Have you asked?
I know I haven't asked. He said he's sending it. I haven't got the thing from him. I got the check from him, but I didn't get the package from him yet. But no, he sends me texts once in a while, but it's usually just like keep doing whatever you do, and he's always just like supportive. Yeah, he's good. He's just cool with anything, really. He's like obviously says when we do stuff like that, like no, I can never use any of this for anything, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like you sponsored us, and we do this, and it's like shitty. But if he said to us, honestly, I'm not giving you any more money if unless you stop seeing coming or ads, I'd be like, okay, for you, I'll do it. I'll stop saying coming or in your ads.
So but if you buy a Clean Flow product, you got to say, I want to bust a nut.
Yeah, I want to bust a nut.
And then he'll know where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell him anytime you go buy Clean Flow from anyone, say I want to bust a nut, and then tell the guy at the checkout counter to write that down.
Yeah. Type in the keyword nut, and you will receive 30% off.
Can you imagine? Poor girl cashier. I want to bust a nut. She punches you in the throat. And
And he goes, write that down. I was told to do it. And then they're like, what? What do you get? And like,
Special
I
promotion.
didn't ask that part, you know?
yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say I want to bust a nut.
Oh, I can't wait. If we ever do get a following, like that's substantial. Not to diminish our current following, because I love all our listeners, but like like if we got more of them, and we could start to really enact our power on the masses to make them do our bidding. You know, like our minions.
Yes.
You know, that's the big time, baby.
Oh yeah.
Right. Once we can start saying, "Hey, you guys want Charters' phone number?"
Yeah. Go into your local supply store and say you want to bust a nut.
Yeah. Because you can get clean flow everywhere. Everyone loves it too. Johnny Renton, he worked in a garage for a while, used clean flow products all the time, right? Beaver, a farmer, used clean flow products all the time.
Yeah,
I've seen.
Legit. Not because we got them through the show and got them for free, because they went out and bought them because they're the best products they could get for the job.
exactly.
And that's what I mean. That's why we like having them as a sponsor on our show, because we can really stand behind their products. Come! Wait, I almost had a good ad for them.
That's a long way to go to say come. It was worth it. Plus one, Pete.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's all set up on that one.
Just wanted to say come.
A really tight punchline. Come! I used to actually open every one of my sets my stand-up sets with a cum joke. And it was, it ended with, what was the line? Fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, and now I've just acquired the taste of my own splooge. Right? And then people would laugh, or they wouldn't, right? But when they would, you'd be like, oh, cool, you guys are cool, because you laughed at a cum joke to open, right? And if they didn't laugh, you're like, oh, the cum was too much for you people. And then you'd have to back off.
Then that's your cue.
Yeah. That was what I used to gauge the audience. We'll go with cum, see if they like it, and then back off from there. It was really a poor strategy for a fledgling comic.
Like a cumometer.
What?
Yeah, like a cumometer.
Yeah, like we're going to gauge these guys' tolerance to me saying jizz words. I also that's about one of my that was one of my grosser jokes too. The whole thing, like that, the ending wasn't really. So it was a dirty joke. So it really did test the whole audience. I don't know why I'd hit him in the head like that, but it was fun.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it made you learn.
Yeah.
So you had to, because if you dug yourself a hole, if it didn't work, you dug yourself a pretty big hole to get out of. So you had to hop around. Anyways, yeah. What were we talking? Oh, BJ Snowden.
BJ Snowden.
Anyways, you listen in Canada, you're never going to get out of your head.
Yeah.
No.
It's so good. She mentions all the highlights too.
I don't even know how that's not our national anthem, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be soon.
Yeah.
I mean, probably after this one. With the kids are going to fall in love with in Canada.
Might have to change the video up a little bit, but
Yeah, modernize it.
bit of an Oilers
Got
fan.
American Idol up her look too.
Yeah, she's like, what was that chick's name from England?
Susan Boyle.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of Susan Boyle happening right now. We can pretty her up though.
Did they pretty up Susan Boyle? Did they put eyeshadow on her and march her out with some like veneers and shit?
I'm not sure.
Then
I don't know. I've seen some national anthem sang at arenas by some pretty quite beauties. Like, oh fuck,
yeah, it's great.
it's something else.
I love when it's like you're watching like a Bush League hockey and they march out some local musician.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like it's just a train wreck,
Well,
you know.
do you remember seeing the one in National Hockey League? I think it was an Ottawa Senators game where the guy had a tuxedo on and he had hockey skates and he was skating around singing, and then he fucking
He ate shit.
he
He's-
wiped out.
He hit the red carpet. didn't
Yeah, he hit the red carpet, and then but he didn't break a beat.
That is the best. The audience must have just popped like crazy.
And he
eh?
had like a
They
fucking.
would have laughed like crazy, wouldn't they?
He had like a. I can't even describe his hairdo. He had like a Hulk Hogan hairdo from
skullet.
Yeah, skullet.
I worked with a guy that had a skullet. He was my boss. Like he's my manager. So that's even worse. But you have to answer to a guy with a skullet,
That's tough.
and I'm like you can't. I can get past it in my head.
Yeah, how
It's
do you take
riffraff. I'm like talking to Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not going to listen to you.
Gotta go to the meeting, Peter.
Yeah, my wife loves my curls. I'm like, God damn it, man! Like it's pretty much back hair at this point, dude.
No, she
Yeah.
doesn't.
All he had was hair like from here down. You know, like,
That's her saying she doesn't feel sorry. She feels sorry for you.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
let her go.
Your wife has terrible taste.
Yeah.
That would have been a great answer.
Yeah, that's
Is your wife seeing impaired?
It's funny. It's fun to trash my bosses now. There's so much time has passed, and they wouldn't even know, kind of thing. You can just be like, that guy's a fucking
What
joke.
if he's
Wouldn't
got
put
like
two and two together.
Oh, if someone listened to this and they worked where I worked, and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say skullet, and he was my manager.
now it's probably a gray skullet.
Oh, it was gray then too.
Nice.
It was fucking gross. Stupidest haircut ever. That's why I actually did bug him about it, because I'm like, why do you still have that? Like, just shave your whole head. You're bald right to there. You know? He was crazy, man. If we laughed at him, he would take a joke way too far. Like, one time he was puppeting something under the table, and he actually went under the desk, and he was using his hand to puppet something, like to pretend he was doing something else, and it was kind of racist. And I remember laughing at it a little bit, but we were laughing. Me and my friend were laughing, not at his joke,
What he was doing.
but at how ridiculous he was behaving
Yeah.
as a grown up, like as our manager. And he's like, "Do you think you're safe with us or something? Like, why are you doing this?" Like, it was totally fucking offside. He said a whole bunch of offside shit. Actually, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, like that's somebody that definitely thinks they're way too comfortable around you.
Yeah. You're not though. You like I would definitely like if it was I shouldn't say this, but yeah, I would if it was career advancing, I would probably ruin him. Like, I don't know. Me back then, I'm saying, I don't know. I wasn't like that, but if it made a spot for me,
Just a little nudge under the bus.
you know, like you shouldn't be doing that shit. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't like him. That's why I would do that. If a guy I liked, I would never do that too.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like a guy that would say that shit. That's why.
Right. So it's
Yeah, so I guess it does work.
a lose-lose on their part in your eyes.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I worked for a lot of shitty people. I can't remember that many good ones, to be honest. Do you ever have a good boss?
He's got
I
a
was
good boss right
normally always my own boss.
Yeah.
When I was at the factory, I had a really good boss.
You did?
I had one boss. My very first boss was different. Like he was trying to tell me I was doing a good job when I was like, is he fucking kidding? Like,
I'm not doing a good job.
I'm not like what I'm doing right here is zero value added.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I can be doing a good job.
Yeah, I felt the same thing.
Like, I almost didn't know how he got money in his budget to employ me. Like, I was that part of but it was, for me, it was just stepping stone into the company. But I was like, this is fucking gay. Like,
My favorite bosses are new bosses.
because they want to please you.
Or they want to come in and change everything that's...
Yeah, it could go two different ways. Yeah, they want to please you, or they want to be fucking drill sergeant and change the world.
I like women bosses because they actually listen to you and hear what you're saying to try to make, if you want to try to change something, to listen to what you're trying to say and consider it. But a man boss, most of the time when you tell them, I think maybe you should try this or something, they'll be like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know, you're below me, and it's like a pecking order. But a woman boss just seems like she wants to do a better job than everyone else.
Well, a woman,
is good, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, Pete, a woman boss sees the end goal and does whatever it takes to help get people to contribute to get to that end goal. Whereas a lot of male bosses, it's their way or no way, right?
Yeah, they're more ego driven and stuff.
Where women are not ego driven.
It's also why women don't get paid as much as men. Part of it is that women think that everyone should notice that they're doing a good job and reward them for their good efforts, and no company does that. No one does that because they don't want to pay you more money. They want to pay you less. And only if you go in there and say, listen, I need this money or I'm leaving, will they give it to you.
Yep.
So men are more likely to do that because they have a woman at home saying, I don't want to live in this shithole house anymore. I need a new car. I need whatever. And you need to make more money. This is bullshit. You're not making more money. So then they go in and they ask for more money. If it was the man needing more money for himself, the only thing that would make him do it is ego. Otherwise, it's almost always pussy. Am I right?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Otherwise, I'd live in a ditch. I would never.
Oh.
I would never need anything for myself.
Everything you do is
Right? Like, what do you need? What would I need money for if I didn't have a lady?
to impress.
I wouldn't want one. Like, if I didn't, yeah, I wouldn't want to impress anybody. Why would I want to?
Yeah.
Like, I would just want to travel the earth, like a nomad.
Yeah. I'm like looking around at your shed right now, thinking you'd be just as happy.
With a bed in here?
In this shed or my house,
Yeah. No, I think you prefer the shed.
I would live in the shed.
I
I'd be
personally
fine with it.
could live with a lot less.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I got a good question I asked my daughter today, and she thinks I'm crazy for my answer to this one. Would you rather shit in the forest or in a public bathroom?
Forest.
Yeah, that's what I said, forest. I'm not touching a public bathroom. And I'll go more specifically,
I'd have a hard time
community
either way.
center bathroom.
I just say no to both. I'll do whatever it
You
takes
just
to get
hold it?
home. Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah.
I can't. First of all, like a forest, you've got nothing to work with.
You're exposed. Yeah.
You're exposed, and in a community bathroom, you've got everything to work with, but it's all fucking disgusting.
It's all disgusting, yeah.
That's true.
Airport bathroom, the worst. Hey?
Airport bathroom in Cuba.
Oh, just there's so many people shitting in there. It's just like they're just traveling, hundreds of people.
There's got to be people these days when you go into a public bathroom and you see the way they're treated. There's got to be people that still shit by standing on the toilet seat.
That's how most of the Asian countries do it.
Yeah, that's
because they find it disgusting to sit on the seat.
If they just kept it clean in the first place,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be disgusting.
that's why I know a lot of farmers they got to have like porta johns and stuff like that
Yeah.
on their farms, and they'll say they'll get like a Vietnamese crew or something, and they'll shit on the back of the hole, and they're like, "How do you not hit the hole in a fucking outhouse?" You know,
It's because
and it's because they're standing on it. Yeah, they're squatting on it. They do that squat thing that what Charters talks about. Like, you gotta like shit like this, like you're like right down in a squat like that.
Yeah, you're in like the
Over a hole.
Well, yeah, over a slider.
praying mantis position.
Yeah. He says it's really efficient. He did it. He took a shit in one of those things. And then
It's really efficient, eh? Well, yeah, because it's just going to slide out, man. Your knees are above your fucking forehead.
yeah, he says once you get used to doing that, like that, so like just squatting like that, he says it's actually a pretty good way to take a shit because it spreads your cheeks good, and then you don't have to do as much cleanup. You know?
Ghost shit.
Yeah, there's got to be some reason that billions of them are still doing it. It's got to still work for them.
Save a lot of money on toilets too.
Yeah, and you know,
And
someone
running
was
water.
someone was telling me that some people, was it the Libyans or something like that, have a little like a magic. They have like a little like genie lantern of water behind the toilet,
Oh yeah.
and they pour it up their butt crack.
Oh, like a personal bidet.
Yeah, it's like a little like gravy dish for your ass crack, just to give you a little water so you can wash it. And the dry
Take the burn out.
paper to them is gross. Like to say that you'd wipe yourself with like just dry paper and put just shit on paper.
It is a waste of trees.
It's all gross though, really.
Yeah.
I went on this awesome trip one time. We went to the British Virgin Islands, and we just went around for like a week on this catamaran. You lived on the catamaran, right? So you got to go all these little islands and stuff.
Yeah, I remember when you went on that.
Yeah, it was awesome. But for the week, you had to like put your shit ticket in a Ziploc bag and put it in your garbage can.
Really?
Yeah, that's how you wipe your ass on that boat. You know, you couldn't flush anything, but your shit went somewhere. I don't know where the hell that went. None of the paper could go.
Right in the ocean.
It went right in the ocean. It did.
Right in the ocean.
Because if someone took a shit when we were out there swimming, it was like everyone would get mad.
No, well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you would be like, I'm going to go for a swim so nobody took a shit.
Aqua dump.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to do it when we're in motion, you know, like when we're going to the next port or whatever. Then you're just like, this is the time to get your dumps in because people can just see it fly past their window
Some shit.
or whatever.
Some fish gets a log in the face and
But like I someone had to remind me of that because I forgot about it. Because you only remember the good parts of your vacation. You don't remember having to go through the horrors of putting your poop in a Ziploc, your toilet paper in it.
Shit tickets.
Yeah, it's gross, man. It's so gross. But you get used to it, I guess. Thank God for Ziploc.
Yeah, but you'd want a really big Ziploc, like.
Oh, you need those double ones.
Yeah, You'd end up with
Nice
it on,
freezer bag.
guaranteed you went at some point in the trip, you got it on your hand.
You're all wet wipes too. There's no toilet paper. It's all wet wipes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you don't want to use toilet paper. You use too much of it. You got to use wet wipes to make it more efficient. Otherwise, you're gonna have, like you said, just like wads of
Garbage bag.
garbage bag.
Shit, take us.
Throwing that up.
What's
I
in
don't
the
know.
bag? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, my captain was really. Me and him got into it a few times because I didn't like. I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying. He's Spanish or something, right? And so I don't understand what he's saying half the time, and I don't know any of his sailor terms. And he's telling me how to tie the knot, and he's always telling me I'm doing it wrong. So a couple of times I'm just like, well, then fucking do it yourself, then. You know, like I don't give a fuck. I'm sitting here, like I'm on the.
Yeah, you paid to
I'm not
get
gonna
yelled
be your
at.
bitch. Where like if you get like I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, you don't
Yeah.
have to yell at me, you fucker. There's a couple times we got kind of close to getting into it with each other. We're both fiery, eh? We're both fiery. He was Spanish, but no hard feelings too. At the same time,
Right, but he's acting like you should know already when you're not a fucking sailor. Mm-hmm. And he is.
yeah, I was out of my mind then too. That's when I smashed my face in that scooter accident. Remember?
Oh, yeah, you came home with a big...
Yeah, I still got a scar on my
a
forehead.
lot, a lot of stitches.
Yeah, in my chin. For a while there, I'd shave. When I shaved my chin, I would shave here on this scar, and then my forehead would go numb.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were connected somehow.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I severed the nerve here or something, and it just reconnected to another part of my head, like to temporarily, and then when it heals here, now it doesn't do it anymore.
Oh, really?
Then it goes away, but it reconnects like
I didn't know that.
it's got to like finish the connection somehow, so it just sends it to a different part of the body.
Yeah.
And mine happened to be somewhere in my forehead where they sent it. So when I shave on that thing where that nerve was, it would always just make a part of my forehead.
Just make you remember.
Yeah. Anyways,
Really make
fucking
you
weird, eh? Doesn't do it anymore though. It's good.
It's dead now.
Yeah.
Dead nerve.
Yeah. Yep. Messy. I had way too much to drink and drive.
Yeah. Went for a little scooter ride.
I suck at that. Do you have a snowmobile, Beef?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Have you? Are you going away this year?
I don't know, actually. We usually go to Quebec.
Yeah.
Might head down to Sudbury this year. Do a loop down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, we usually go down to Quebec to Saguenay.
Yeah.
It's a good place.
Yeah. I heard.
Where we go is they got a nice you got to be able to. You need a hot tub and a steam room at the end of the day, right? Soften your body up.
Oh yeah. Is it bumpy? Or
Yeah.
you're just kind of tense all day, right?
Yeah, you're tense all day, so and it is bumpy too. But like, yeah, you're sore. So
Yeah.
you need something to soften yourself up.
Is that where the caves were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they had like hot springs or something.
We went down to it last year. We found this fucking cave and it was kick ass. No, it wasn't hot springs. It was just, but like it was the water was like the bottom of the cave was frozen,
Yeah.
and as you got deeper in, it became
Softer.
so like it wasn't frozen water, but it
It was
was
still cold,
yeah, it was still cold,
but it was still a cool cave.
real cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like the length of a football field,
Oh yeah.
or maybe not quite. Yeah, about the length of a football field.
I went to a hot springs one time. In where the fuck was it? I don't know. It was in Costa Rica, and it was just like basically a water park. They like took the natural hot springs, but then they built all these like big pools and bars and shit in it, and it was,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of captured it all.
We went to
But it was just like a big walking toilet.
when I was in St. Lucia for my honeymoon. Me and Julie went to a mud pit.
A mud pit?
A mud pit that was a hot spring.
Really?
Like it was a
That'd be cool.
gray mud.
And then you smear mud on each other?
Yeah.
And then do it because you're rubbing. it
No,
on their
you don't
tits.
want to. Like, there's people everywhere, so.
Oh yeah, but it's still you're still rubbing. I would like to rub my wife with clay all day long.
I drew a penis on my wife's back. Yeah, I did.
Romance.
It was funny
She didn't know it was there.
No.
She had to walk. That is funny.
because like it was gray. It was like even.
It's like when you go down to you ever
Like
go
you
to
could-
Sandhills. And
Yeah.
You can get the clay out of the bottom.
yeah. Like even black people could have like you could draw and they could draw on each other.
Yeah,
You
'cause
could
it's
see it.
gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like clay.
I went another time in Colorado to these like cave things, and you had to go down into them. They're like salt caves or something.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to get the minerals through the steam or whatever. It was fucking hot too. Like it was hot in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would put water all the time. You'd put water on these, on these stones and shit, and it got all steamy in there. And it was so no, it wasn't. It wasn't. You didn't put water on stones. You put water on yourself because you were so hot. That you get a thing of water that you'd bring out there and you put your towel in it and you just like towel yourself off because it was so naturally hot in there from the whatever, like the molten hot magma or whatever.
You could barely breathe then.
And yeah, it was really hot. Like you go down in this cave deeper and it was like so dense, the air, and you actually put the cloth like over your face so you could breathe better even.
Really?
And then you would, and then by like 5 minutes in there, that water's like hot. The water.
Oh, so you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, and then you have to, it's not worth nothing anymore. But it was like intense. But it was, they said if you sweat it out, you can get the minerals and blah, blah, blah. They had all this bullshit.
Well, they do say that if you spending like 30 minutes a week in a sauna is good for you.
Yeah?
Great for you, yeah.
Go right to a cold bath after.
Yeah, and then the opposite. It's 30 minutes, like I think it's 20 minutes a week of like freezing cold.
I do cold showers now, and it's helped me. It's been good for me. Cold showers just resets your nervous system and stuff like that.
Really?
Kind of gives you, So now I give myself a little treat after my cold. I give myself one little shot of hot just so I don't, the head of my penis pops out of my body.
Get an Odie.
Yeah. Well, athletes are big on cold.
Yeah, it's good. It
cold,
just kind of like, especially if you're like super stressed out or anxious or something like that, and you just feel like you just can't get a hold of yourself, just have a nice cold shower. Kind of gives you a nice reset. What also will help if anyone has these problems is you can just take an ice cube out of the freezer and then just hold it in the palm of your hand, and that'll kind of have the same effect. Kind of brings you to the present moment, gets you out of your own head, just kind of like wakes you up.
Really?
Yeah. If you're like, or if you're too angry or too anything, it's just a way to reset. Cold shower works the best. Or a cold bath would probably work the best. Like one of those cold ice baths would work the best. But
Okay, so you're just worried about surviving.
yeah. Yeah.
Your body goes into panic mode.
And it makes a huge difference your breathing, too. If you breathe correctly and then do it and then don't breathe and do it, one's like torture and the other one's very tolerable.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that you can do that shit with breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does work, but it's kind of insulting when you're like having a real bad time and then you go to a professional and they say just breathe and you're like, really?
It's that easy.
That's what's going to fix me is breathing. I do that all day long.
Yeah, I'm breathing. It's
But
like when
it's
you
true.
Go to the doctor and your neck is sore and he's like, maybe you slept on it wrong. You're like, I've been fucking sleeping for 48 years.
Yeah,
I got it figured out.
Yeah.
I'm not
If it was that, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a real Hungarian meal today. I am belching big time.
It's getting back at you.
Oh yeah, it was a family Christmas. So you eat a lot of things that you don't normally eat, So my body's just like, whoo, not knowing what to do with it. Jane's like, "Are you not having fun? Like, you seem like you're grumpy." I'm like, I didn't tell her, but the truth was, I didn't know if I was gonna shit my pants at the family thing, and I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it home, and I do not want to shit in a community center.
Oh, is this where you thought?
That's where the question came up. Yeah, I was like, I just want to go home. I don't want
So
to
you're
go.
just like me. You want to be in a safe place.
Yeah, because I didn't know if this was going to become an emergency at a certain point.
You know the cleaning standards at home.
Yeah, I know what the program is. I know whose filth that is at home.
See, for me, community center, like you can fix the toilet seat by just throwing toilet paper on the toilet seat, but I don't want my dick to touch the porcelain.
No.
Yeah, I don't want that either. That would be the worst.
Otherwise, you got to hold it.
Yeah. You don't want it in the water either.
No, exactly.
Hell no.
Even a splash up in the waters.
Oh,
It just you ever like drop a log and then the water comes and gives you the instant bidet right in the middle of your the splash. It just sends right up your butthole and you just feel that little cold splash in there. And you're like, oh,
Slightly violated.
slightly violated yet cleaned. Yeah,
Yep.
you're like, I don't know if I like this or hate this.
And I didn't want it originally.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's like a shocker.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. What is that called? The homemade bidet? Hey, are we already at an hour?
I don't know what time we started, but
It was around 8:30.
it's 9:38 now.
Holy fucking fuck.
Holy shit. It
We're good
feels
at this, eh?
Yeah, it feels like we just started.
Went by fast.
Did we do everything that we said we were going to do?
Yeah.
I think so.
Blame Canada. We said BJ Snowden, go do it.
Mm-hmm.
That time traveler,
Yep.
maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. But 3 weeks, come on. We didn't do the game which we said where we'd go. But I would say age-wise, if I could go back to an age I've already lived, would be my third year university.
Ooh.
So I would be like 21, 22.
Yeah, I did second year college, 19.
Yeah, mine would be third year. Just fucking the best. Shoulder length hair, 90s.
Got it figured out.
Just the best. Handsome as I probably was.
I would care less.
I'd like.
Oh. Do we get to know what we know now?
I was gonna say you can take back one thing. You can't know everything because then it's too easy.
You could take back one thing?
One thing you know now you can take back with you then.
Oh, that it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
I think that's what I would take back. That none of it matters.
Oh.
Exactly. Which would have enabled me to try to sleep with more women.
It would enable you to do everything that you just wanted to do.
Yes.
True.
You would be like, oh, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can just do whatever you want. And like, if it doesn't work out, then you just
Doesn't matter.
do something else. Yeah. Like, or keep trying. Like, whatever. It's up to you. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Just make your bed and lie in it. It just doesn't matter. You just do whatever you want. But if you don't like your situation and you keep doing it, then that's your problem. You know?
Sun will come up tomorrow.
Yeah. If you don't like it, change it.
Exactly.
Also, it's no one else. I don't know. I don't know if that's the most important or it's all up to, like, it's all you. It's like, it would be they're all both kind of the same though, eh? Like, it doesn't matter. But because it's like, or it's up to you.
Yeah.
Like, you can't ask somebody else to make your life better. You got to make your own life better.
Yep.
Nobody's
The
going
only
to
thing
help
you
you.
can control is how you react.
Yeah. You can't help what happens to you. You can only help how you react to it.
It was good. Nobody said they'd buy Apple stock or nothing stupid like that.
Money's well, there's just Chappelle was just on Rogan where he said they said there's a lot of people in the world live off $1 a day and at least half of them are happy.
Yeah.
And then he's met a lot of billionaires in his life and he's never met a happy one yet. There's something to be said about that. Like, you don't really get, you always pay a price for whatever you get.
Right. Just the problems become bigger.
Yeah, problems become bigger. You got more money, then you got more responsibility. You got more things that live up to. You got more, all that stuff. And so it's a balance. I don't know. I would still I wouldn't want to give away the fun, like cheat, to just know you're going to be able to, like, to make money off of, like,
Knowing what you know now.
knowing, like, who won the Super Bowls or whatever.
It'd be fun to fuck with people on certain things, though. I don't know, like, you could say, like, Limp Bizkit is not going to be famous forever.
Oh, yeah.
Fred Durst is a clown. I don't know. Just stupid facts fucking with
Wow.
people.
What would be the biggest
apologize.
surprise? You go pre 95 and call OJ. You could go, and then that would be a good one because
When
no
you're
one would see
watching
that coming.
when you're watching The Naked Gun with somebody, like, that dude's going to cut his wife's head off.
Yeah, you're like, wait till that guy. He's going to be like on TV, being running from the cops, and everyone's going to watch it, and he's going to have a gun to his head in the back of his buddy's car. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, OJ, the running back.
Bet you $5.
Yeah. What's
Oddly
another big
specific.
surprise? Big surprise though that no one would guess. That already
Arnold
Trump
Schwarzenegger
being president is a pretty big surprise.
I was going
Oh,
to
yeah,
say.
because they've had that on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they predicted that. Yeah, but as a joke.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being real. Yeah.
Maybe like Schwarzenegger as a governor or something.
Maybe, yeah.
He was just doing Terminator at that time.
Has
Right.
anyone surprisingly gay?
Liberace, like who saw that?
Oh, I didn't see that coming. He was such a ladies' man, I thought.
Judas
Impeccable
Priest.
style.
Judas Priest.
That guy? Yeah, he's gay. Isn't he?
The singer is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the guy from
What about Ricky?
Martin?
Yeah.
Everyone knew he was gay when he was in Menudo.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
That wasn't. Yeah, that was. He was kidding himself early on.
Yeah. Like, I called Kevin Spacey a long time ago, but that wasn't a hard one.
Yeah, but I think that was his out just so he didn't, so he could, plead the fifth.
No, but he was like hitting on a young boy. And then he said his out was, oh, it's okay, I'm gay.
No, but I think he's.
Like, no, it's still wrong.
I think he has a problem with.
Pedophilia.
Yes, but he was using his gayness
Oh, to cover it?
to cover it.
Yeah, which is worse, because you're saying that gay people are pedophiles.
Right.
Yeah.
Which they're not.
Right.
Only the pedophile ones are.
Yeah.
But you're not, like, it doesn't. The two, like, most of them would probably not.
He's trying to make
Before.
correlation.
Yeah, which if I was a gay guy, I'd be pretty pissed off about.
Yep.
I'm like, what are you doing calling us all pedos? You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it's like those kids. I'm not going to say anything like that.
Time to end the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to end this show on a big one. I'm going to be like, oh, come on, Michael Jackson. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
King of Pop.
Kanye. Yeah.
Kanye is pretty crazy.
That's
He
what I'm
loves
saying.
hit-
You could go to people and be like, "Guy's a fucking nut job."
Yeah, he's super popular now, but wait like 2 years when he starts saying he loves Hitler
Yeah.
and stuff. They're like, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was wearing like a whole mask over his face, right? And
Yeah.
stuff, and he went on Alex Jones.
Yeah, and he's kicked out of everything. Like he's
Kardashians.
got his net worth was cut in 3/4, and then now he's not even allowed on social media.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he talks, eh? He always stresses the one word, like where he's like
They can't control me.
they can't, but he always goes like, "Fap," like there's a fap in the middle of it, like we don't gonna go. There's a honk in the middle,
Like
of it
an
or something.
emphasis on-
Yeah, he
yeah.
puts it in the middle somewhere. I wish I had a clip that I could show you.
His auto-tune kicks in on himself.
Yeah, on himself. Yeah, halfway through a word, he just kind of honks. Anyways, that's it. That's got to be it. We're done. We're done with all you people. We've given you our heart and soul tonight on a Monday. This is episode 422. We did all our sponsors. We did all our work. All we can do now.
Just live in the present and not be time traveler.
Yeah, exactly. Hup Holland. And until next week, we got to do the weatherman thing. So it would go across like that. No, wait. It would go across like this. Yeah, like this. So it's going to go like this. All right, everybody. We will see you. And T, is that backwards again?
I don't know.
Well, if you're looking at that screen,
Yeah.
which way am I supposed to start to right across? Like that?
Yeah, I think.
So I'd start here and end here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. C-U-N-T.
You're
See you
gonna poke
next
him in the
Thursday.
eye.
Hit the theme song, Kevin. Yeah, I put up the graphics at the end so it says cut.
Yeah, right.
And then I like to say, while the theme song's going on, when I say C-U-N-T, it spells cunt. And then people know. In case they just thought it was a clever joke, I want to hit them in the face with it.
That it is reality.
Yeah, I am really driving home cunt. And remember, clean cunt.